Good morning, I'm Dr. Marc Ribot, a neurologist from the stroke unit at Vall d'Hebron University Hospital, and we're sending you this video to understand what it means to have a stent implanted. If you're watching this video, it's because you have been scheduled for a cerebral arteriography, usually with the intention of placing a prosthesis or stent in one of the arteries that supplies the blood to the brain. The purpose of the stent is to widen an artery that has a passage narrower than normal, reducing the cerebral blood flow to the extent that it could potentially become completely blocked if left untreated, leading to a stroke. The stent is this device that we see here, and this is how it is positioned inside the artery. In this image, we see this arterial narrowing called atherosclerosis. This artery disease is related to hypertension, poorly controlled diabetes, cholesterol, smoking, and sedentary lifestyle. These factors gradually harm the arterial walls, causing them to harden and narrow over time. The procedure is performed through a puncture in the femoral artery in the groin area or the radial artery in the wrist, depending on medical criteria. A catheter is advanced through it until it reaches the affected cerebral artery. At this point, the stent or prosthesis is deployed and placed. In the left image, we see the cerebral artery marked with a red circle showing the narrowing before the placement of the stent. In the right image, we see the artery now has the stent and the blood flow is restored. The stent does not need to be removed and it's a lifelong implant. Cerebral arteriography, like any procedure, carries its risks, although minimal. However, if this procedure has been proposed to you, it is because it is considered safer in your case to undergo the intervention than to leave the artery as it is. This operation typically lasts about an hour and it's performed with local anesthesia and mild sedation, although in some cases, deeper sedation may be necessary. As for the postoperative period, it can be a bit uncomfortable but of short duration. For 24 hours, you will wear a dressing that will tightly compress the area where the puncture was made. As seen in the image, to avoid complications such as bleeding, it is crucial to keep the limb with the bandage straight and minimize changes in posture. It's best to lie on your back with slight inclinations for meals and minimal lateral movements for rest. If everything progresses normally, you should be able to go home within 24 to 48 hours. You can gradually resume normal activities, although you should avoid strenuous activities such as running, lifting weights, and be cautious with constipation. Keep an eye on the groin area where the puncture was made to watch for swelling or a hematoma that we may not have been noticed before. In such cases, contact the stroke unit so they can assess it. For more information, you can get in touch with the stroke team through the NORA chat.